For years now, LG Chem or LG Energy Solutions have had problems with their EV batteries. Now, are they a problem all the time? No, but there's been some pretty significant problems, including the Chevy Bolt recall, which cost General Motors more than $1 billion. In fact, more than $2 billion. The latest issue is an interesting one, and I didn't initially report on this until I had a really good look at this story and recognized that this is definitely an issue that's worth letting you know about. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. A report coming from Europe. Very interesting here. This has been reported on in numerous European countries. They say that LG Chem batteries in Tesla cars, they come in the long-range version of Tesla cars and the performance version. Not in the US-made cars, by the way. These come in the Chinese-made cars and also the German-made Tesla cars. Now, they say that these batteries are a potential disaster. Now, I'm just going to share with you the story, and then at the very end of it, if you're interested, I'll give you my 2 cents. A series of studies over the years have shown that electric car battery packs last longer than was first assumed in the early days of electric cars. This does not mean they last forever. And like all batteries in gadgets around us, those in electric cars also suffer from degradation. Now, in this article, I don't agree with that comment. It's like they're equating the battery in my phone, my watch, or my phone with the battery in an electric car. And that is a very, very bad analogy. It is apples for oranges. Yes, both of them have batteries. But guess what? Phones and watches, wearable devices, do not have battery management systems. They don't have any way of really trying to cool down the battery pack. I mean, Apple, their new iPhone has this kind of little chamber inside it, which they say it helps to dissipate heat, but it's absolutely not a proper battery management system. So it's really disingenuous to say that that they're one and the same thing. They're absolutely not. Batteries and EVs last far longer. It's not even a close comparison than batteries in mobile phones. Anyway, it's true that batteries in EVs do lose some of their capacity over time and cannot store as much energy as when they were new. But EVs are getting better at holding on to their capacity for longer, much better. A series of studies over the years have shown that electric car battery packs last longer than was first assumed. And the Croatian EV Clinic, which is a pretty major, well-known EV repair company in Europe, they specialize in repairing cars and their batteries. They presented a notable article that shows clear differences in the durability of battery cells from different manufacturers. After comparing the different battery packs in the Tesla Model 3 and the Model Y with what is described as extensive diagnostics, they show that in Europe, the Tesla cars with NMC battery cells from LG Chem give up significantly faster than the cars in the United States that use Panasonic batteries made by Panasonic and Tesla in the Tesla factory. In the US market, the models are sold with NMC cells manufactured by Panasonic, as I said. So they are a little different to LG Chem's batteries, and they can put out more power than the LG Chem batteries. In Europe, the rear-wheel drive entry-level models of the Model 3 and Model Y come with LFP batteries from CATL, and they used to come with BYD's Blade battery as well, which is LFP2. Other versions use NMC, as in the long range and the performance, NMC from Korean company LG Energy Solutions. And these are manufactured in their Chinese factory in Nanjing. So why is it that Tesla doesn't use lithium iron phosphate batteries from LG Chem? Well, because they don't really make them. They plan on doing so, but they don't really do it yet. We express serious concerns about Tesla Model 3 and Model Y LG NCM811 battery packs, LGE's Nanjing, which exhibit extremely high failure rates and a noticeably shorter lifespan compared to Panasonic NCA packs, nickel, cobalt, aluminium, made in the USA, said the EV Clinic on its website. Now, the question is, are they making this story a bit more sensational than it should be in order to get their name out there? I mean, it's worked for them. Everyone knows about them now. Everyone. I mean, I know a lot of people in Europe already knew about them, but the truth is they weren't really a big name before this happened. So this has created some notoriety. According to their analytics, battery packs with the Chinese-made LG batteries showed degradation after 24,000 kilometers. Then, with several of the cells, and according to EV Clinic, 90% of the battery packs with LG Chem cells they receive are impossible to repair. So they're saying that the battery cells in Panasonic cars can be repaired, but the ones in LG cars, most of them can't be repaired. And they also say that the Panasonic batteries only show battery degradation after 40,000 kilometers, and then only in individual cells, and they are possible to repair. So the Panasonic cells are more easily repairable, much more. EV Clinic says that during ongoing investigations of customers' batteries with LG Chem cells, they are losing 20,000 euros a month due to the time it takes to investigate possibilities to repair them. At this stage, we can safely say that the cells are, to put it mildly, catastrophic, says the EV Clinic. So is this news story has been shared around by lots of media. I'm going to assume all the usual suspects, such as Electric, will share this story around. So my 2 cents is this. This is very interesting, but it's not factual. There's no facts here, none. We have 0 facts here. We don't have any numbers. The Croatian Clinic, if they wanted some legitimacy to this, they could have said, guys, we have had 67 cars come in and we have had 240 battery cells that weren't repairable, and we've had this many battery packs we couldn't repair. But at this point, it's all just slander. There's nothing to this. They could have, I mean, they probably didn't. I don't think they did, but they could have made some of this up. They could have exaggerated. There's no actual facts. None whatsoever. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying LG Chem batteries are good because I've slagged them off for years. Don't get me, I just don't think that they are catastrophic failures as the Croatian EV Clinic claims. Otherwise, I think we'd probably know about it by now. Yeah. The truth is that LG Chem batteries have been pretty problematic in non-Tesla EVs, but there's very little evidence out there saying that they are massive problems in Tesla EVs. Very little evidence of that. Essentially, the Croatian Clinic is the first kind of major story to talk about this. And the truth is Tesla's been using NCM batteries from LG Chem for years now. So are they really that bad? No, I'm going to guess that they're just harder to work with, and the Croatian EV Clinic are frustrated because they find it difficult to work with them, and customers are probably saying, hey, you said you fixed my EV, what's going on? That's my guess. But I think we should demand from these guys and say, guys, if you're going to make this sort of slander, that's understandable if you have some data, some numbers. Give us some numbers, give us some data. Don't just slam them, because for the Croatian Clinic, for one, to say that Panasonic batteries don't get any battery degradation up to 40,000 kilometers is clearly false. So maybe they're saying this in Croatian and there's a bit of a translation problem, but if they're trying to claim that Panasonic batteries in any device, including Tesla's, have received no battery degradation up until 40,000 kilometers of driving, that's complete nonsense. There's no way that that's true. If it was true, Tesla would be saying, hey guys, look at our amazing Panasonic EV Teslas. They're the only cars in the world that have 0 battery degradation after 40,000 kilometers of driving. So there must have been some sort of translation issue there, or some sort of communication challenge there, which kind of does a bit of a skeptical light for me on the rest of the article. But like I said, I do think LG Chem batteries are not as good as Panasonic. I think we do know that. We just don't know really what the true difference actually is. Let me know what your thoughts are. Thanks for watching.